Hello. If you've been following this channel, then you'd know that I recently arrived in Manila, Philippines from South Africa. If you haven't, then click on the link to subscribe to my channel. Current travel regulations in the Philippines require that a traveler quarantines for 14 days. And this is my first day of quarantine. Technically, it's my second because I arrived last night. And I'd like to take this opportunity to show you some of the things or activities that one can do while in quarantine. So, will you join me? Before I go any further, I'd like to give a big shout out to Diamond Hotel, in particular to their business development manager, Mr. Dex Pangan. I'd like to thank them for arranging all these equipments for me. Since I'm not allowed to go to the gym, they brought me dumbbells, stretch bands, yoga mat. It's really, really kind of them. Thank you so much. But for those of you who are planning to do some workout while you're in, and I encourage you to do exercises while you're in quarantine, all you really need to bring is a yoga mat, or you can even use the hotel towel, and stretchy bands. Stretchy bands are really good. If you can bring a block, yoga block, that would be awesome. But if not, just make sure you have one of these. Thank you to my husband for this. Let's warm up by activating the core, the triceps and biceps, as well as the back. Okay, let's do push-ups. So if you are good at doing push-ups on the floor, you can definitely do that. If not, then try this. Either you go on the wall, or you use something that is slightly off the ground and do push-ups 20 times, 2 times 10. Okay.
This could be good for me. Lately I was feeling like I need a purpose, but when you talk to me, give me the impression that I won't scratch your surface.
And you rest. If that's easy for you, then you can go slightly lower, maybe use the bed, for example, or do half push-ups. I don't like doing half push-ups on the floor because sometimes people forget to hold on to their core when they're on the floor. So let's do another 10 of these, and move slightly away.
And I could walk for days, searching for your praise, but is it even there to find? Is there a chance for me to learn your memories?
Alright, and then we're going to proceed with our stretchy bands. Where's my stretchy band? This is your useful companion. So I've got my stretchy band, which I tied to the bottom of a heavy something, like a heavy chair or a sofa. And I'll start with a lateral raise. 10 of these. And 10 forward and side, so horizontal. And I'm going to face my band and I'm going to lift it over. This works on my lats as well as parts of my shoulder, my rhomboids. And then I'm going to do it on the other side. Same thing. Lateral. Horizontal.
Stuck in your gaze. How can I get out? I'm out of time to make you mine.
Facing. I'll do it up.
Baby, show me how.
This is the hardest one. Last round. really wakes up your back body. It's great because I'm a yogi, so a lot of things that we do in yoga is a pushing effect with chaturangas and so on. So this counteracts that effect. Whew. Other side. It's really wonderful for your shoulders. I can really feel it. And forward. Oh, by the way, the red band, if you're buying bands, the red band is a slightly more less flexible one, so it's harder, slightly harder. Try and get, if you're a beginner, try and get the yellow one. I dislike wigs very much. Oh gosh, yes, my shoulders are burning, my back is burning. So next we're gonna squat. You'd need some weights to make it a little bit more difficult. For some of you who are beginners, then of course you don't need to do weights. What you really have to do to aim for is to be able to sit as low as you can, almost like sitting on a chair, without arching your back. So try to tuck in, lift from your core, and lift forward, okay? Another thing is the knees. You want your knees to point towards the middle toe or the second toe so that you're tracking your knees and it's not spreading out or inwards. Okay, so we're gonna do 3 sets of 10. Breathe out as you go down, inhale as you come up. I like to do is, as I come up, I try to push from my feet, activate my legs and my glutes. So it's not just my upper body that's lifting me up or my hips lifting me up, but it's my legs as well. Okay, deep breath in. Relax and enjoy the view. I'm so lucky to have a beautiful view here. You can see bay, boats, people cycling and walking around. Last breath. Breathe in and out. Inhale. Your trusty dumbbells or weights. This is only 3 pounds. You can do a little bit harder. So what I can do is put them together and use that like a 5 kilogram or 6 pound weight. Okay, 10 reps of overhead presses. that your knees are slightly bent, okay? That protects your lower back. Okay, I'm gonna do 5 sets of these on each side. You don't have to do it with me. We can do another set together. But ideally, you'd want to build up to 5 sets. Don't forget to breathe. And the other side. 1, 2. So I'm not a calisthenics person, so if people who are major professionals think I'm doing it wrong, feel free to comment on the link below, on the space below, and let me know what I should do better. How many? 8, 9, 10. All right. So I've done a lot of upper body work. I think I'm gonna do abs now. Before I go any further, I'd like to acknowledge that these movements are not my own. I borrowed them from my personal trainer, Jan at Greenside Movement. So thank you, Jan, that I'm able to do these things while I'm in quarantine. The next pose or the next exercise that we are doing, it's kind of hard to position the camera, so I hope it works. We're going to bring our hands behind. Okay, you can either do this with your legs in a 45-degree angle or straight up. It's called the infinity. So you're going to make an infinity sign, you know that infinity sign, almost like a sideways 8 with your legs. We're going to do that 20 times. So 2 sets of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. And rest. So what you want is for the upper body not to move so much, so you're only using your lower abs and a little bit of the middle abs as well, and your transverse abdominis. Okay, let's do that again. I'm going to go a little bit lower, so it's a bit harder. 1, 2, 3, 10. Obviously, you can do more than 20 reps or 2 sets of 10. Jan usually makes me do 5 sets of 10, so I'm going to do that. So that's it for my first day of quarantine routine exercise. If you have any suggestions of what else I should include, please make sure that you write it on the comment. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you haven't yet. Also, if there's anything that you want me to do to include during this quarantine, yeah, make a comment and I'll try. Thank you for watching.